Hello, Slidell. It's good to be back with you again. As you can see, today I have the rest of Team Slidell with us, with the exception of the hospital folks. And of course, they just absolutely cannot be here with us today. And we appreciate their efforts on our behalf. But we here at Team Slidell, with fire, police, and administration, the leadership of the community, the folks that are trying to give you the information you need to make good decisions for what you're doing on your daily lives. I've asked them to be here with me again today, and they'll share their perspectives from policing and fire and first responders. But first thing we want to do is continue to emphasize the social distancing, to continue to emphasize avoiding group settings, continue to wash your hands frequently, socially responsible activity, taking care of yourself personally, socially, taking care of those in the community around you. People are asking us a little bit about testing. There are testing centers in Slidell. If you have symptoms, to get tested, you have to be symptomatic. You have to go to your doctor or a doctor and get an order to get tested. But you can take that order and you can go to Slidell Memorial Hospital near the emergency entrance, not at the emergency entrance, but near the emergency entrance, or to Northshore, Ochsner Medical Center, Northshore, near the emergency entrance. There's tent facilities set up. You can go in and get tested there with a doctor's order. You never have to come in contact with anybody inside the hospital. You stay right outside, and you're distancing so you're not exposed to what's going on in the hospital, and inside the hospital is not exposed to you if you are going to be sick. So the opportunities are there at Slidell Memorial and at Northshore. Those are the readily available testing sites, and those tests are going to be turned around on about a 24-hour basis. They're available to do that right now. I'm told there's a couple of instant care ready meds around town that have testing capabilities. Call before you go and find out if they do or not, and check to make sure if they have the ability. They're going to go through a protocol where they're not going to want you to come in the building to get tested. They're going to ask you to call them when you get there, and they'll meet you outside or gown you, drape you, whatever they have to do to keep you from infecting any patients that are in the clinic that have other sicknesses or diseases that are going on. So, and with that, I'm going to look to Chief Fandal to tell us what's going on in the community from a policing perspective, how things are going, if he's comfortable with what we're doing, and how we should continue to act in the future. Chief, what you got for us?
Thank you, Mayor. Talk about the curfew a little bit. We placed the curfew. We implemented the curfew last Friday, so it's going well. Those 6 nights prior to implementing the curfew, we answered 31 calls for service. The 6 nights of the curfew, the last 6 nights, we've answered 17 calls for service. So we've cut that down to almost 50%. So it appears that the curfew is working. We've made some arrests, not for violating the curfew. However, we've made some arrests on some stolen car with some juveniles we arrested. That hopefully is going to lead to some other clearance of some crimes we've had in the area. The other thing I'd like to talk about, we made some minor adjustments in some of the reporting of minor crimes. I asked our communication officers to screen some of these calls. If you want to report a theft that may have occurred a week ago, they're going to take a phone number. So if you want to report something like that, call the non-emergency number, 643-3131. They'll take the information, they'll give it to our supervisor that's on duty at the time, and they will have someone call them back and take that report over the phone. There's no reason to go out to somebody's house right now and make contact for a minor situation. So other than that, that's about it. I just wanted to stress the importance of the curfew. It seems to be working, and once I see the stats are different than this and they're not in my favor, I'll let you know, and we'll make an adjustment.
Great, thank you, Chief. Chief Kaufmann.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to first start by saying to our public that you have the police chief, the mayor, myself, we're in communications every day. We have conference calls weekly as needed. We're working together as an incident management team. We've been on conference calls with both of our hospitals, Ochsner, Northshore, and SMH. So we're in contact with our administrators to make sure everyone that's on the front line has what they need. When we talk about PPE, whether it's fire, police, or our healthcare workers, we are in direct communication to make sure we're able to handle the workload here in our area, the city of Slidell. From the fire department standpoint, I have to say that we're very happy still to have no one that has been affected by the COVID-19 disease. We have no one in isolation. And I think it's because of the PPE, the social distancing, and we're also echoing that when our employees are off duty and to their family members. The curfew, Chief Fandal, I think it also eliminates us coming out to unnecessary calls as well. Less cars are on the road, less likely to have accidents, and we appreciate that effort. We've also been in contact with Acadian Ambulance, who's on our weekly conference call with the hospitals, and they have the sole provider contract for the city of Slidell. They are full staff with paramedics on each ambulance, and they are okay on their PPE as well. Our biggest challenge is the unknown. This is an invisible disease. We can't see it. We have people that are asymptomatic that could actually pass it on. So we're handling every call with PPE on that we go to. We encourage our police department, all of our first responders to use PPE because we don't know who might be carrying it. It is the only way that we're going to slow this thing down is by social distancing and contact. As of today, we have 777 calls, COVID-19 calls that have been confirmed in St. Tammany Parish. That's an increase of 44 from yesterday, and we have 19 deaths today, which is an increase of 1 from yesterday. That data comes from the LDH at noon every day, so that data is real time. Of the 777 calls, we are tracking the data being provided to us as first responders, and 50% of those calls are in the Slidell zip code. When you have a dense population, you're going to have more physical contact. We are more likely to have more cases. So I say that because we are stressing, again, this weekend, we're not out of this yet. The curve is not coming down at a rate that we can be satisfied with. We have to continue to self-isolate, social distancing. I'd even encourage people to take their temperatures at home. We are all taking temperatures every day when we get to our facilities. All of our employees are. We're tracking that to make sure we can catch something as quickly as we can. So if you do that at home, you help us, fight this disease. And of course, the mask in a social situation that we even go into, we'll be putting masks on, as I said earlier. If you have to go to those essential services, the grocery store, to get gas in your vehicle, we encourage everyone to sanitize, wipe down, wear the mask because you don't know who's carrying. Our new benchmark, obviously, by our governor, Bill Edwards, is April 30th. So today is the 9th, and we have much more time to go. If we continue on the path, we see some of the numbers from 3 days ago till now have come down a little bit as far as the rate of increase. I think it's critical right now, the next 7 to 14 days, that we abide by the stay-at-home order so that we can give ourselves a chance to get in front of this. I know the mayor, parish government wants to get business back as soon as we can. We all do. The only way we're going to get to that point is to continue the path we're on today and trust the work that we're doing behind the scenes. We in touch daily and in some cases weekly with everyone that has a piece in this process from a management standpoint. We're doing all we can to serve you, our public. We need you to do your part to help us, and we will get through this together. Thank you, man.
Kaufmann, thank you for that, the update, the report, Chief Fandal. We have a tremendous team here with these guys and the teams that support them, that are taking care of and guiding our city through this. I can't thank them enough. We also have to add to that team Sandy Battinger and her team at SMH, John Herman and his team from the Ochsner systems on the Northshore. Can't thank these folks, my partners in this, enough for the activities, the attitude, and the time they put into taking care of us and guiding us through this. So guys, gentlemen, thank you so much for your leadership, and thank you so much for your team's support through this, and thank you very much for joining me today to share information with our citizens. With that, we're going to wrap up. I'm going to emphasize that next week will probably be our next video. We won't do one through the holiday unless something changes dramatically. We need to bring you a message, and we will. But with that, I wish everybody a wonderful, joyous, happy Easter. Some time, quality time, whether it be via FaceTime on the phone or Zoom or Skype or whatever, but reach out to your families, touch base with them, make sure they're doing well. Talk to your neighbors from a distance, wave at them from the front yard. If there's older folks or folks around you that need help and can't take care of themselves, reach out to them this weekend in particular and see if there's something you can do for them. This is what our community is all about. Each of us helping one another through this. We're all going to get through this together. We're going to come out of this together a stronger and better Slidell. Thank you for the opportunity to serve you in this capacity. These gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity to serve with them and their teams. From Team Slidell, we wish you a happy Easter and a wonderful weekend.